What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Abeeradaywithtk. It's a Friday evening here in Findlay, Ohio. I'm hanging out in the garage, getting ready to have a beer. The beer that I'm going to try today is called Black Shadow. It's a chocolate milk stout, and this is from Two Bandits Brewing in Hicksville, Ohio. Now, if you've seen the show previously, you know I've done a couple of the Two Bandits beers. We also had the opportunity to meet, the salesman for Two Bandits a while back. Anderson and I happened to be in Bluffton, Ohio, at a little shop called Kibbee's. It's a really good beer store, picking up a couple, six packs, whatever. And as we were leaving, gentleman rolled in what looked like a minivan covered in the decals for Two Bandits Brewing. As neither of us had ever heard of the brewery, we were obviously intrigued. Talked to the guy a little bit, and he was real cool. Actually gave us some samples of the different beers. We really enjoyed them and wound up buying a couple of 4-packs. These are all sold in 4-packs. I think they're about 16 bucks, 15 bucks, something like that. Got a couple of 4-packs, bought them back, and they were pretty solid. Since then, I've tried a couple for the show. So I've done Brewberry, Thick as Thieves. It was a milkshake IPA, and then Kiss My Christmas. All those I thought were really solid beers. So I was kind of excited when I saw this one today. This is the Chocolate Milk Stout. Milk Stouts are probably one of my favorite styles of beer. So I kind of have high hopes for this one. I hope it's pretty decent. Like I said before, Two Bandits is relatively new. They're in Hicksville, Ohio. It's kind of northwest of even where I am in Findlay. So I'm hoping to get out there one of these days and pay a visit. Everything I see about the place looks amazing. If you go to Untappd or Beer Advocate, all the beers get solid ratings. Even if you go to Yelp and stuff, talks about the food, it looks really good. I went to the website to check it out, learn a little bit about the brewery, and they actually have another, a cool background story. It seems that two guys that were buddies, I guess, started brewing beer. I think it was Bob and Mark. I guess Bob is the brewer, a Navy vet. So he starts brewing beers and starts doing a good job. Other people start liking them. They kind of grow, expand, decide, let's open up this brewery, and boom, you have a brewery. It's turning out really good beer. The one thing I do love about craft beer is that a lot of stories start like that. A couple of people making beer in the garage or in a shed, turn it into something that they really enjoy, and can't ask for much more than that. All right, so this beer comes in at 5% ABV. On Untappd, they got a 3.82. There were 470 ratings, 470 ratings, so pretty solid. Beer Advocate had a 4.03, but there were only 4 reviews or 4 ratings, so relatively small sample size. Doesn't get a critic score on Beer Advocate for that reason. I'm guessing there's not enough reviews to get some kind of aggregate and figure out what the score should be. So let's check this out. On the front, we got a motorcycle rider here, pretty neat. It looks like in the brewery, there's some motorcycle paraphernalia or whatever you want to call it. Looks like there's a Triumph motorcycle in there. When you saw the photos of the place, it looked like a bunch of bikes outside. So I guess maybe bike enthusiasts head out there and have some beers and chill out. On the back, this dessert-style stout is decadent, yet surprisingly easy drinking. Notes of dark chocolate, Kona coffee, and hazelnut meld together for a rich and smooth brew with a creamy finish. The shadowy figure on our can may be mysterious, but the reason this is one of our flagship beers sure isn't. It's just that damn good. All right, very ballsy, I like it. Two Bandits Brewing Company creates craft beers with unique flavor combinations and as many locally sourced ingredients as we can muster. The result, brews that please the palates of everyone from beer snobs to craft newbies. That's everyone. Pretty cool. So on the front, we got the logo, Craft Passion Quality. Let's give it a shot. Broke out the big mason jar today because we got the larger can. Pour this a little vigorously, maybe get a nice head on it. All right. Color-wise, dark brown, like you kind of expect from something like this. Hold it up here to the light, still dark brown. The head, at least the width of my thumb. It looks really nice, kind of frothy, kind of thick like you'd hope to get on a stout. Tan colored. Yeah. I think the one I had the other day, the Fudgy Kruger, was probably a little darker. This is maybe a little bit on the lighter side, more tan than that darker brown. Smell. You pick up some coffee. You pick up a little bit of chocolate as well. Probably more like the darker chocolate, like the can says, a little bit of a dark, dark chocolate and coffee. I mean, what you'd expect, I guess. All right, let's go in and see what it's like. First thing I'll say, I think it's got a medium body, not very heavy, but it's got a nice silky texture to it. So it's a nice beer in that regard. The body's quite nice. As for the taste, I think the first thing that hits you was the chocolate. Now, what's surprising, the nose, I thought the chocolate maybe was like a little bit of a bitter chocolate, but when you taste it, it actually tastes quite sweet, more like like a milk chocolate. My guess is, as it's a milk stout, you have the lactose in there, it has a nice sweetness to it. Once you add in that chocolate, probably the combination of the dark chocolate and the lactose gives you that nice sweeter chocolate kind of taste. I think it's quite nice. You do pick up the roasty malt, obviously, as it's a stout. The coffee taste, though, is rather subdued. On the nose, you picked up the coffee, I don't want to say a lot, it wasn't an overwhelming coffee smell, but you picked up that coffee. Where drinking it, I don't think it was quite as much as I thought. I thought it was going to get a bit more coffee, and you actually got a bit more of the chocolate than you got the coffee, which for me is good. I'm not a huge coffee fan, so I kind of prefer that chocolatey kind of taste. The one thing I find kind of interesting about this, like I said, it's not overly thick or heavy. It's kind of nice, silky, really drinkable. I hate to say that there's like a session stout, but I think you could drink a bunch of these real easy. Has a really nice taste. It's only 5%, so it's not crazy out of this world like imperial stouts or anything like that. Nice ABV. Can't really taste it at all, obviously. Goes down really nice, real easy. Maybe it's the first week of the semester is over, and I'm ready to drink a bunch of beers. I don't know, but to me, this one goes down real easy. It's very drinkable. Two Bandits, Black Shadow, Chocolate Milk Stout, big thumbs up. I'll definitely drink another one of these. If you liked the video, please hit that thumbs up below. If you want to see more videos like this, please hit subscribe. And as always, if you got any comments or questions, please jump in down below. On a more serious note, today is a dark day in the baseball world. Legend Hank Aaron passed away. Not only is he a baseball legend, but a civil rights legend. Rest in peace, Mr. Aaron.